Hi, today we're going to look at Horton Hears a Who, and I'm going to show you guys a couple things that inspired it and talk to you a little bit about some of the meaning behind it. So first of all, Dr. Seuss, before he'd written a couple children's books, and then when World War II broke out, he was hired by the United States to produce war propaganda, like political cartoons. He made some cartoons for troops also. Things like, how to keep clean in the battlefield. This is one of the political cartoons he did. It says Liberators of America, and it's Mount Rushmore with Hitler and a Japanese person on it. One thing you can tell is Hitler looks like a person. The Japanese person looks a lot like a stereotype. The very slanted eyes, pointy eyebrows, kind of a pig nose, buck teeth. It's a very stereotypical view of what Japanese people looked like, rather than what Hirohito, the leader of Japan, looked like. And that continued through a lot of Dr. Seuss's political cartoons. Here's one which was arguing in favor of internment camps, where you can see lots of the thousands of Japanese people lined up to get sticks of dynamite in California, where there was a very large population of Japanese immigrants. So with Horton Hears a Who, the way that the Whos are drawn, when they wear glasses, a lot of their glasses are circular. You notice the glasses here that the Japanese are wearing are circular. He did that because he wanted the Who to represent the Japanese. Horton represents the United States and the power that we have. Elephants are very large and very powerful, and the power we had with the atomic bomb especially. Dr. Seuss felt that his cartoons dehumanized the Japanese, and he felt guilty over it, and felt that dehumanization led to the dropping of the atomic bomb. He felt that it led to people devaluing the Japanese, and led them to feel that it was okay to drop the atomic bomb. So he has, in Horton Hears a Who, you've got the kangaroo. Kangaroos are from Australia, which was part of the British Empire. And the kangaroo represents Winston Churchill urging Horton to just destroy this flower that he's found that all of the Who are living on. And saying, they aren't real people, they don't matter, just get rid of them. And Horton refuses and believes in life and the power of life and wants to save them. So I'm going to read you a little bit of it. Just kind of show you guys some of it. So here's Horton. And this little thing comes and lands on his forehead. It's this little dot right there. And there's an extreme close-up of it. It's this little person. And Horton drops this little person onto this flower. Let me just see. The kangaroo comes and starts to make fun of Horton. And Horton goes to great lengths to protect it. There's a bird here, if you can see the bird flying, that represents Russia, and the bird takes the little flower and drops it among this huge field of flowers. And Horton goes to find it. That's how firmly he believes in it. The reason he wanted to use these different symbols of different countries were they were our allies in World War II, and they were, of course, urging us to just end the war quickly. And eventually the WHO come up with a way to speak loud enough. And we see, for instance, there's this WHO with a bullhorn right here. And you'll notice he's wearing glasses that are circular and round, just like the Japanese were wearing. That's so that people would subconsciously make that connection. That was his kind of nod to say, these are like the Japanese, but as a world superpower, we should be protecting smaller nations. We should be protecting them and helping them out instead of attacking them. And we get that through his, the famous quote from the book is a person no matter how small. And you've got these WHOs, this whole city of WHOs. You can see there's lots of different images. All of this is taking place on that single flower. That they've got this whole civilization built up that we just ignore and that we don't see, that we pretend isn't there. What he's saying is that, even though there are people who may be far away, who we don't pay much attention to, they're still people and they should be respected. Some people thought that the phrase "a person is a person no matter how small" related to infants and especially fetuses. It was used by pro-life groups. But Dr. Seuss did not support that and asked that they not use that phrase. They started using it again after he died, and his wife ended up suing successfully to get them to stop using it because he was very pro-choice. So that's a little bit on the background behind Horton Hears a Who and how it was inspired by the dropping of the atomic bomb.